Welcome to Impact Tech Studio, the show where we bring you conversations with inspiring changemakers driving innovation for a better planet and beyond. Today, we are thrilled to have Abhimanyu Rathi, a climate scientist with over 16 years of experience focused on renewable energy, water purification, and carbon markets. Abhimanyu is the founder of RenewCred, a pioneering startup that's creating a trust, science backed carbon credit marketplace to help businesses decarbonize and support sustainable projects globally. Join us as we dive deep into his journey from scientist to entrepreneur, the innovative technology Renew Cred is using, and the exciting future of carbon markets in India and beyond. Let's get started.
What's a
Right.
small place, I guess?
Yeah, it is. So after that, I've been connecting India and UK now. So basically, moved to the UK, started networking here, and now I kind of help UK to establish businesses here from India because the movement
Nice.
is also aligned with the FTA that is going through.
Yeah.
And also, obviously, always a proponent of what Build 3 is doing, always being the family that Varun has always been with us, right?
Amazing. That's so amazing. And you mentioned India and UK, they are doing a program called EI Accelerate right now. If you're
Correct.
aware of
One
it.
is,
Yeah.
yes, EI Accelerator is one, and then there are agencies of the government like Newable. If you know Newable,
Yeah.
they basically hold a lot of a big fund of around 1 billion from the
Wow.
UK government, and they are wanting to increase employment in the UK, get entrepreneurship back to the UK. So keep on introducing people to them from India. So that's the fun
Amazing.
part, right? Apart
Get
from
me
that,
to a
co-working
place.
spaces in India is moving. Yeah, it's
Correct.
still moving on, so that's good, right?
Nice. Yeah. Nice.
So let's get back to you. So I was always inspired by what you were doing, and I reached out to my founder's office to just get you into the interview. So today is that day. So welcome to Impact Tech Studio. This is our happy moment of having conversations with amazing people like you. And we spread your message across. We try to become your voice in front of different types of stakeholders for you. So we will fail with you, but we will always try to be the best, right?
Amazing. Sounds great. That's the
Right?
plan. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
always the plan.
So welcome, Abhimanyu. I
Thank you.
know that you have been in the carbon credit industry, and you have been trying to organize how carbon credits are being can be used as universally across all domains. And you have been I am proud of you to see that a person is actually putting a lot of effort in climate, water, energy, and you have really made a startup which has the potential to become scalable, as well as get a lot of people onto the board to become a part of your group, right? One of them is me as well, because I also have sustainable workspaces. I do not make spaces which are just new grade A. We change them from grade B, D to grade A, right?
Amazing.
So
Yeah.
looking at that, wanted to see what your story is. So please give us your story. Tell us what you do and how you do it, and right?
Awesome. No, thank you so much for that lovely introduction. I've known you for a long time, so it's always good to catch up with friends this way.
Yeah.
What I do, I've been a climate scientist for about 16 years now. My focus areas have been renewable energy, water purification, and carbon markets. I've seen carbon markets evolve for a long, long time. And we are
Right.
building with the hypothesis that money can't solve all our problems, but it can perhaps solve our climate change problem. So in a nutshell, we are Robin Hood army for the climate change. We are the carbon market
Amazing.
gatekeepers. Yeah, yeah.
Right. Right.
So what we do is, how does a carbon market work is there are people who are doing good for the planet. Suppose I save a forest or I'm doing agroforestry or solar or biochar. I'm a project developer. I generate what are called carbon credits. So one
Right.
ton of CO2 is equal to one carbon credit. And
Right.
these credits are bought by enterprises that are looking to decarbonize themselves,
Correct.
either because of a regulatory requirement or just because they want to save the planet.
Right.
Now, between this buyer and seller of the credits, there needs to be one entity that is doing the audit, verification, and issuance of these credits. That is what
Right.
we do. So we are
Right.
technically called as standard and registry. Perhaps
Correct.
one of the earliest and the first ones to do it, not just in India, but the global south. Yeah.
Right. Right. So, when you say carbon credit measurement audit, are you accredited
Issuance.
in some way? Are you accredited to be recognized by the right agencies in India?
Yeah, yeah. So in a voluntary carbon market, there is no accreditation process per se that is
Right.
required, but we are in
Right.
the process of getting international accreditations, which are called ICVCM, Corsia, to
Right.
name a few. One
Right.
of our earliest backers are academic institutions in India, Ahmedabad
Mm.
University, IIT Kanpur, and now IIM Kolkata soon is about to back us. So these are our
Right.
backers.
Right. So when you do the measurement and audit of carbon credits for brands like these, what is the trust factor that your way of doing carbon credit measurement will be the best for that organization?
A couple of things to be honest. The first one is that we are a team of now 93 scientists and expanding. The
Right.
methodologies and algorithms are written by the best of scientists. These are highly
Mm.
rigorous. So the
Right.
customer in our mind is the buyer of the credit because ultimately somebody has to pay for the credits for all of this to work. And it
Right.
is the buyer who is paying for the credits and thereby decarbonizing the planet. So we
Right.
create the most rigorous methodologies, most rigorous algorithms to calculate the
Mm.
credits, number one. Once we
Mm.
have done the science, we write the technological tools also for both buyers and suppliers to understand how this
Mm.
credit is moving, what is the movement looking like, how much CO2 it has saved or not saved. And number
Right.
three, we top it all with a marketplace that we provide to both buyers and sellers, especially buyers to select what kind of
Okay.
carbon credits they want to buy. So think of
Right.
it like Amazon for carbon credits by the name of Absorbix. So that's how we generate trust.
Awesome. So, what technology and what is the technology stack for your market that you make
Yeah.
online? So what is the technology stack that you use?
Great question. So before I come to that, just a little bit of a concept overview. There are two
Yes.
kinds of projects. One are called
Right.
nature-based projects. The word itself says protecting the nature. And
Right.
the second one are called non-nature or engineered projects, which
Right.
has any machine part to it. So EV
Right.
fleet, solar, biochar. As a company, we are pretty much early in the market and we started with engineered projects and we're slowly getting into nature-based project as well.
Mhm.
Engineered projects gives us the privilege of getting IoT and sensor level data. So now you have the project is performing. So
Right.
suppose we are issuing credits for an EV fleet.
Right.
We know for sure how many kilometers every vehicle
Right.
traveled and we can relay back that data to buyers and sellers of the credit. So we make an API call, we collect all of these data sets using IoT and sensors. We process this using our ML engine where the issuance of so the science algorithm is fed into the ML engine. The issuance of the credit happens within 24 hours. Today it's all manually driven, but RenewCred is one of the earliest companies to do
Right.
that, to digitalize the supply chain. And finally, the issuance of the credit happens on a transparent blockchain
Right.
layer. So you get a blockchain wallet where these credits are set.
Right. So what are the kind of brands that have benefited from your MRV verification process system that you have, right? What are such organizations?
Yeah, yeah. There are a couple of plans. There's a public listed company that we are working with. We are soon going to announce the partnership program.
Right.
Other brands that I can talk about is Server Foam. They are into direct air capture by rebonded foam,
Right.
zero earth into methane reduction. We have partners with Chandigarh Smart Cities, one department called Crest, which looks after
Right.
renewable energy. So we are going to issue carbon credits for solar system for Chandigarh
Right.
Smart City. And then a lot of bunch of small SMEs and startups across biochar, EV fleet, methane reduction and solar.
Right. 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 So, in this domain, you are saying that you gave me an example of transportation, right? One is
True.
transportation. What other domains can your product help out in? So basically, let's
Yeah.
make it layman kind of a question, which I would love to put it, because my audience could be all types of audience, right? So they need to understand.
Sure.
So when you say one is the domain of transportation, then what other
Hmm.
domains of businesses can get value from your product?
So 5 domains which we technically call methodologies that we
Right.
have already released are EV fleets,
Right.
biochar,
Right.
compressed biogas,
Right.
solar, and methane. And we're expanding at the rate of 1 to 2
Right.
spaces every month. So we are about to get into agroforestry, regenerative farming, direct
Right.
air capture,
Right.
CCUS. So we have a timeline of 16 spaces in the next 12 months.
Interesting. And when you say the
Yeah.
budgets that they work with when they come to you is, what is their renewable budget, and what is the share of your MRV system out of that total budget of moving into their carbon credit journey?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I make you understand that question.
Yeah, no, no, no. This is the most interesting thing that we have done at RenewCred. We have made it completely free for the project developers to enter the market. So either the
Right.
MRV solutions we provide, either the dashboard or either the issuance is completely free for the project developers. We charge the buyer of the credit. So once the
Right.
credit is sold, then the buyers, it's a fixed fee that we charge to them. What
Right.
this does is a couple of things. One, it is counterintuitive to think that I am the one saving the planet and I should be the one paying also for it. Why should I
Right.
do that? And we belong to that philosophy that if
Right.
you're doing good for the planet, don't pay for it. And
Right.
second is if we start charging the project developers, we will be incentivized to produce more credits. But we
Right.
want to prevent greenwashing. We don't want greenwashing to happen. So
Right.
completely free is the answer.
Okay. Completely free for the guy who's generating carbon credit to the market.
That's true. If you're doing good for the world, please do continue doing that.
And what is the kind of ticket size that you look at? So is it a small business can also enter your thing, or do you have a basic ticket size that can enter your domain? You
More
can
than
say.
happy to work with small businesses also. The upper
Right.
threshold is that a project should generate at least 1,000 credits annually. Now
Right.
that might be feasible for a small business in biochar because biochar you can generate 1 or 2 credits every day very easily.
Right.
But in case of say an EV fleet, if you're a very
Right.
small fleet of 100 vehicles, that might not be
Right.
possible. So it
Right.
depends from space to spaces, but happy to work with small developers also.
Amazing, amazing. So there is some structure to your uh, requirement, which is 1,000 credits. If it is generating, it becomes viable for anyone to move into your solution with you, right?
That's very true.
Uh,
Every beautiful
so
symphony needs some structure. This is us.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct, correct. And India is at a cusp of things where uh, the structure of how to look at carbon credit markets is in the process, which I have heard from the internal news that there are a lot of buzz about the carbon credit markets to be created in India.
That's true.
So what is your understanding of the policy decisions that India is taking in your direction? What
Yeah.
is your insight?
3 quick things on that. First is that India is in a chicken and an egg situation. We are going to increase our energy requirements if we want to reach the level of the developing
Right.
nations, which
Right.
also means that we will increase our coal requirements by 3x. And when I
Correct.
say our, I mean India as a nation. So our coal
Right.
requirements will go up by 3x and we will reach net zero by 2070, whereas countries like the US and China are reaching by 2020. or 50. So
Yeah.
we need to accelerate the process. In line with that, India has announced what is called a CCTS,
Right.
a carbon credit trading scheme,
Yes.
which is to become live by next year in October. It will cover some spaces which will become part of what is called a compliance market. Now, every time a nation announces its compliance market, the voluntary market, carbon market also picks up by a factor of 10x. It
Right.
happened in Japan, Australia, China, Philippines, and we
Hmm.
expect that to happen in India also.
Hmm.
And finally, consumers have become very smart. They're asking the right question. The
Right.
jeans I'm wearing is sustainable or not? The food I'm eating is climate conscious or not? So
Right.
all of this feeds into voluntary carbon market.
Yeah, so UK has actually at a scale of what is carbon credits and how sustainability has reached each business. You must be
Yeah,
knowing whenever I have an event here where I go, it has
yeah,
been amazing to see everyone just vouches for sustainability.
yeah,
They have their measurements ready, they have everything ready, and they're just looking for a buyer to buy their product because it is sustainable. So they are
that's
picking it.
true.
So it has, the thing is that they are making it belong to the
Yeah,
customer, that this is sustainability and this belongs to you. They do events
right,
which have large events of around every day footfall of around 1,000 to 2,000 people, and they have this everything is sustainable. It's all
yeah,
sustainability driven. This
yeah.
kind of adoption by the society is basically moving in the right direction for India, I believe.
That's
And
true. That's
yeah,
true. I'm in Bangalore right now. People come to me and say, "Will you decarbonize our wedding?" We have
interesting.
requirements from Navratri nights in Ahmedabad. They want to sell a carbon credit with a ticket. I'm getting married
Interesting.
next month, and my wife keep
Wow,
proposing.
congratulations.
When my wife keep proposing, let's start with our marriage. Let's give carbon credits with this one. So interesting things are happening in the B2C market also.
Beautiful, beautiful. So how a scientist goes into a business, yeah. Tell me how your journey has been. So what has been the change in the way you have dealt with the two sides of the same coin? So one is trial and error in terms of structure, and the other one is business. So
Yeah.
what has been the challenges that you faced to move from a scientist background to a business background?
Yeah, luckily enough, I was in this Goldilocks zone where I belong to a Marwadi Gujarati family, which is full
Obviously.
about business. So
Right.
I'm a Marwadi born, always lived in Gujarat, so all saw business and entrepreneurs around me. And I was always fascinated by how the world works, how the universe
Right.
functions, what is water, what is energy, what is light.
Right.
So I did a degree in chemical engineering, gold medalist, degree in law,
Right.
environmental law and policy. So I was in this mix. Okay, I love science, I love law, and I love business. What can we do? And the only thing that popped out is carbon
Right.
markets. So that's how I happened to be in this space and just enjoying
Right,
it.
right. So what is the process? So if one person or one agency or one organization is looking to get services from RenewCred, uh, what is the process? How do they get on board to
Yeah,
your product? How do you deal with the next steps of it? Please give me some understanding of what are the steps
yeah.
to get to the point where carbon credits are now measured and the certification is given, right?
Great. So once a project developer approaches us, we quickly do what is called a feasibility test. So we send them 10 to 15 questions. They can quickly reply to it. And within a week's time, we let them know whether the project is even viable or eligible enough for carbon credits or not.
Right.
There are certain parameters in the carbon world like additionality, permanence. We have to look into that because,
Hmm.
like I said, the end customer in our mind is the buyer of the credit, and we are very rigorous with that. No greenwashing stuff at
Right.
RenewCred. So once
Right.
that feasibility check is passed, then two things happen parallelly. A detailed project document is made. Again, a lot of bunch of questions, data is collected, on-ground visits happen, the verifiers are appointed to verify the claims, and
Hmm.
the tech stack is integrated, their tech stack with our tech stack to capture data for issuance of credit. This
Right.
journey takes about 3 months time. So from the
Hmm.
point of collection of data to the issuance of first credit is 3 to 4 months. And after that, everything is digitalized. Every credit is issued in a quarterly period. The verifications also happen using technology. We reduce costs drastically. We remove all kind of manual intervention. interventions. There is no corruption in the verification cycle also. So that's for the project developer side, the supplier side. On the
Right.
buyer side, it is quite simple. They can come to Absorbex or they can reach out to us. We let them know, okay, this is the portfolio of credits that RenewCred has issued. Please look into it, and we're happy to make the introduction to the project developers.
Right, right. So this is fairly a very simple one-to-one
Yeah.
process, and you have a document that is a form that is or data that you collate is very structured. So that way you are getting to check what the supplier side is able to give you. Now
But we
my
have done
question.
one thing that we have done better is that we have deleted a lot of red tape. So in the current scheme of things, there is a lot of documentation work. Buyers, project developers get confused. They appoint
Hmm.
consultants. I
Hmm.
just met a project developer coming out of Malaysia, and he said they spent $1.2 million behind a consultant. And I was like, what? Like, this is an exuberant amount of money. So there's a lot of have reduced thanks to the development of technologies. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. So that cost save then goes on to the, you transfer it back to the buyer, and there is a lot of amazing things that you create out of it.
Yeah.
And
See,
the
end goal
virtuous
is the
circle
money
of
shouldn't go into administrative tasks. The money should go into
obviously
real
all
climate
waste
action.
and leakage in the process as well should be removed so that the right gains to both the parties, supplier and the demand side, has to be amazing, right? The efficiency of it is achieved, right?
That's true.
Uh, and it's easier for people to buy those credits if the supplier side is efficient,
That's true.
right?
It's very true.
Amazing, amazing. So, what is your ask from the market now? Where do you stand as a business, and what is your uh, aim in the market, ambition in the market, and what is your ask from the market?
As for the market is pretty straightforward. We are doing
Yeah.
about 20 projects. We will be onboarding another 15, 6 months. These projects are doing amazingly well. There are stories, there are social co-benefits behind every project. So when I say social co-benefit, livelihood of somebody has increased, women are getting benefited, the health has become better. There's a lot of, obviously, emission sequestration is there, but there are
Right.
additional benefits behind that too, which we convert into story packages and provide to buyers of the credits. My
Right.
only ask is to look into these projects emerging from Global
Right.
South, emerging from
Right.
upcoming registries with an open mind.
Right.
Understand what the science has been behind these projects, understand how rigorously we are monitoring and issuing the credits,
Hmm.
and end up investing into these projects, not from a spot purchase. So what's a spot purchase? You buy some credits and then that's the end of the story. Make a long-term
Hmm.
agreement with these, what is called an offtake agreement. A lot in the past year or so.
Hmm.
Come to Global
Hmm.
South, buy projects, buy credits from Global South through offtake agreements is my demand from the market.
Amazing, amazing. And your books are lined up for growth. Are your books positive? Everything is in the right zone?
Everything in the right zone. Like a startup, we are always in this perpetual fundraise that is going on. So is ours.
Correct.
Raising a
Correct.
very small check of $500,000. So if any investor out there would like
Right.
to invest, but all good. Things looking good.
Amazing, amazing. So, looking at your journey, it has been how long this journey has been from zero to one and then to this phase of one plus?
Professionally, as a company, this has been a 16-month journey so far for RenewCred. But for me, it's been
Amazing.
16 years in the making because it's
Correct.
a collection of all the work, hard work that I have put into understanding climate change as a space and carbon markets.
Right.
It's been an amazing journey. We have folks from IIT, we have folks from ISRO, 93 scientists across 13 nations working with RenewCred now. So it's
Right.
been a terrific
Right.
journey. Yeah.
So these are partnerships, or they are your full-time employees, or they are your partners in investment, and how is it?
Yeah. So
What is the
while we have
structure?
11 full-time folks, we have a pretty interesting model with the scientists. They work
Right.
on an hourly basis. So we have
Right.
created a community of these scientists. Think of it like LinkedIn for scientists called RenewCred.science. Every time we
Amazing.
want any help, we release assistance. We release what is called an RFP, request for proposal, and the
Right.
scientists bid for it. And there's a slight bit of a cost arbitrage over there. Unfortunately, science is not valued a lot in India, so we end up
Mm,
paying 10x less than what our competitors are paying right now to develop the best methodologies. So that's why we
amazing.
are cost efficient also. Yeah.
In that way, but yes, obviously you are also propagating this fact that science needs more importance. There needs to be a
100%
little
more
more cost on
importance.
that side. This cost increase is good for India, not the other way around.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
now the other thing that has happened is through this community, serendipity has played out. Three, four
yeah,
scientists came together. They wrote a paper. They're now part of an international symposium. Another
yeah.
set of scientists have just received a grant from DST. We release a lot of job opportunities.
Beautiful.
100 job opportunities every month is what we promise. So a lot of good work is
Beautiful.
happening. Yeah.
So, do you also enter the space of agri-tech in some way?
There are some overlaps in the sense that we are
Okay.
responsible to provide carbon credits. As we speak right now, we are part of
Yeah.
Uttar Pradesh government's Agri-Tech Forum in association with
Right.
Government of Israel. So in that
Right.
sense, yes. Yeah.
Right. So, you are doing those connects, and there are some startups in your domain, which are also doing amazing work in India. So like Greenpot Labs, if you know, there is one
I do.
guy. He's also he also was on Impact Tech Studio, and he's a good friend of mine now.
Amazing.
And the way he is connected would be an amazing thing for me to explore, to connect you with him if you're not connected yet.
Would love to.
And then he will give you an ecosystem of agri-tech scientists, and I think there is a lot of serendipity that then starts happening for you
Yeah.
in that way as well. So
Yeah.
that one connect is, I'm really inspired by him as well. So the way he has done a very cost-effective product and moved to create carbon credits for so many things, and he has done such a good work that the scalability is easy to achieve.
No,
Uh,
would love to connect. I keep telling
yeah,
every scientist and expert, please call me at 9 a.m. in whatever time zone you are. I'm happy to pick
yeah.
up your call. So yeah,
I think Bangalore, I think you know it.
perfect. Yeah,
So
I
I'll
do.
just connect you with him. Apart from that, so your journey has been a 16 years journey of creating structure in your own business, as well as reaching out to the market, creating a market that has given you uh, a number of amazing connects that have gone on to become your way of creating the scale that actually India needs in carbon credit
True.
measurement. This is where we your startup stands out. And to do that, what has been the challenges that you faced? What are the moments of resilience that have come to
Yeah,
you
yeah.
as a
See, as a
yeah,
company, we are more of a horizontal play. We are not a binary play
correct,
that we pick up one project and just
right,
execute the hell out of it.
right,
So
right,
it requires, it's a very specific founder fit challenge that you need to understand science
right,
first, then policy, then
right,
regulation, then
right,
technology, and then community building. A lot of scientists, unfortunately, are introverts at heart, including me. So understanding community is again a bit of a challenge.
yeah,
So that was number one.
mm,
Access to capital, at least in climate, because traction comes slow. This is deep science.
right,
This is not even deep tech.
yeah,
So access to capital in the absence of traction sometimes becomes very tricky. That was second. And the third is to have like-minded folks who are not just in climate change because it sounds sexy, but are in it because their heart is in it, that they want to create tangible change. So these three have been challenges, but we have been lucky enough on all three aspects.
amazing, amazing. And you have gone on to become a flow of capital now that you are now, after 16 months, you can happily say that your books are looking good, your flow is in the game, and the direction, right?
Absolutely. A bit of positive in 16 months. That's the next target from a financial perspective.
Amazing,
So
amazing,
that's what
amazing,
we're looking for.
amazing. So it was a pleasure, Abhimanyu.
Pleasure's all
Yours
mine.
was a quick interview, but very, very interesting interview. It was something that I also want to get to work on. In any way you need any support in connection in the UK as well, you can always ask.
Love to.
Uh, I am just doing it pro bono. I am just being the guy who will just have some goodwill going with him.
Yeah.
So please, please use this flow. And apart from that, good luck to you. Pleasure to meet you. And let's connect offline sometime and let's have a
We
chat.
should.
Yeah, we should. And we should just create something which is valuable for both of us in a way that is valuable for our stakeholders as well. Right?
No, thank you so much. This was amazing. I'm in the UK in the second part of October, so
Amazing.
we'll come down and meet
Please
you.
do.
Yeah, I'm in
Please do.
London. So we'll love to meet you.
Yes, please. So I'll send you a message with my details and let's connect that way. Right?
Awesome. And thank you so much for doing this. Looking forward.
Pleasure. Pleasure, Abhimanyu. Pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to this insightful episode with Abhimanyu Rathi from RenewCred. We have explored the critical role of carbon markets in tackling climate change, the technology driving transparency, and the importance of supporting sustainable projects through long term commitments. If you found value in this conversation, be sure to subscribe and follow Impact Tech Studio for more stories from leaders shaping a sustainable future. Until next time, keep exploring, keep innovating, and keep championing change.